First, it was CHOP in Seattle. What an embarrassment. Now, protesters in Portland setting up their own autonomous zone overnight. They are barricading streets and setting up tents in the park near the federal courthouse. This after weeks of riots in the city where the mayor slammed the notion of getting help from the federal government. Here to discuss this is acting CBP Commissioner Mark Morgan. Mark, you got a law enforcement background. You got a big job now. I've had big jobs before. How are you supposed to help in a city that needs it, that declares they don't want it?
Yeah, Brian, this is one of the frustrating elements. Look, I've been doing this for several decades, and I don't understand it. And these are not protesters. When you're talking about what's going on in Portland, for example, these are criminals. These are individuals that are planning, organizing with premeditation to destroy federal property and harm federal officers and agents. They are coming every single night for the past 2 weeks armed with weapons, with rocks, with hammers. They're putting nails in plywood to intentionally harm. I could go on with the list of weapons, and every single night for the past several weeks, they've done just that. They've attacked the building and intentionally harmed law enforcement officers. Those are criminals. Those aren't protesters.
So we got the homeless people setting up huge tent cities in Minneapolis, and now we had that Seattle CHOP zone, an embarrassment to the country, which ended horribly for those people there. Did not represent the black African Americans in the community. And now you have it happening again. So what role do federal officials have if the president makes the announcement next week? If the police don't want him there and the mayor doesn't want him there, could you be clashing with local law enforcement?
I don't think we're going to be clashing with local law enforcement. Look, local law enforcement, again, I've been doing this for a long time. They want to do their job. They want to protect the citizens they serve. What I see this president doing and this administration doing is actually supporting the men and women of law enforcement, both local, state, and federal. And that's what this is about. And look, I don't want to get ahead of the president's announcement, but look, Department of Justice is going to be involved in this. DHS is involved in this. And we're really going to take a stand across the board. And we're going to do what needs to be done to protect the men and women of this country.
All right, so Ted Wheeler, he's that terrible mayor in Portland, says this: I told the acting secretary that my biggest immediate concern is the violence federal officers brought to our street in recent days. Really? And the life-threatening tactics his agents used. We do not need or want their help. Excuse me, are those the officers that took a 2x4 to the head over the weekend?
That's absolutely right, Brian. I'm actually proud of the men and women that are the federal agents and officers in Portland. They've actually showed extreme restraint. They have been attacked night after night by criminals. They are not protesters. What the mayor is saying is simply outrageous, and it's factually inaccurate. If you look at the facts, they were there actually the first night inside. Those criminals actually attacked the building, broke down windows, broke down doors. That's the fact, and they assaulted federal agents and officers every single night.
Talked to a couple of police commissioners, and they say that these guys have earpieces. They are coordinated. They know how to move. They have counter tactics to the police tactics. This is no emotional response to racial injustice in America. Final thought.
Brian, you're absolutely right. And here's the thing. We should all be united. Every political leader, doesn't matter what side, that this is not acceptable. This isn't the way. Look what happened in New York. I mean, someone with a weapon intentionally ran towards a police officer with the intent to seriously harm them. And they did. Where is everybody, every political leader in this country saying that is wrong, it's got to stop. Let's get together, have meaningful dialogue to make the changes we need to. But this is not the way. Where are they, Brian?
And Mark, it doesn't surprise you, I imagine, that the president did something that hasn't been done in about 20 years, got the endorsement of a major law enforcement agency. I don't want to get you into politics, but as a guy who grew up in law enforcement in your entire career, it probably doesn't surprise you.
It doesn't, because this president is two important things. He stands for law and order to protect the American citizens of this country. And this is what I can say for a fact. He loves and respects and honors the men and women of law enforcement, the good men and women of law enforcement.
And if you talk to the people in Secret Service and the NYPD in New York, they say the same thing when he was a civilian. Mark Morgan, thanks so much. All right, and hope we get a plan to bring some order to the city.